Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is unlikely to make a big mark in his career, even if he talks about great plans. While he likes things to be neat and in order, he doesn't have that inner drive to push through challenges and go the extra mile. Usually, he will stick to what feels safe and avoid taking big risks.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he gets upset pretty quickly and takes it hard. Small problems can feel big for him, and he might lose his cool or get emotional instead of calmly sorting things out. Recovery is slow, and he might need a lot of soothing or reassurance.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work find him polite and well mannered, so he usually gets along with others on the surface. He tries to avoid open fights and rarely says anything rude. While he isn't the center of social circles, people don't dislike him either.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he won't openly fight or compete with you, and he'll be polite about your success. However, he might quietly feel left behind or a bit uneasy inside. While he won't put you down or show open jealousy, you may notice he becomes quieter or moody around your successes.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he is likely to feel a little uncomfortable deep down, even if he doesn't admit it. He won't fight with you or say hurtful things, but you might notice him becoming withdrawn or less talkative about money matters. Be kind and patient with him, but also know he might need time to adjust to this new balance.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is careful with money and likes things to be in order, so you won't find him wasting money or making rash purchases. He prefers to plan and save, keeping an eye on expenses and making sure bills are paid on time. If you want someone reliable with finances, he fits that picture well.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't try to put on a show or pretend to be richer than he is. Flashy displays and unnecessary luxuries don't attract him. He feels more comfortable sticking to what is practical and sensible. Even if others around him spend a lot, he won't try to match them just for appearances.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He tends to be careful and sometimes a bit strict with money rather than freely generous. If someone needs help, he will be polite and do what's expected. But his heart doesn't easily open up for big acts of kindness or warmth. If you hope for a partner who is open handed and loving, you may find him a bit reserved and practical.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be straightforward about money, keeping things clear and organized rather than hiding anything from you. He believes in following rules and doing things properly, so you can expect him to share important details and not play control games. Overall, you can trust him to be transparent, even if he is firm about sticking to the plan.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be organized and done well, but he might quietly expect you to handle more of it, especially if that's the tradition he grew up with. He won't make a scene or force you, but he can slip into a habit of leaving things to you unless you speak up. Open conversation will help avoid misunderstandings down the line.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by making lists or telling you how things should be done, rather than actually rolling up his sleeves for chores or diaper duty. He prefers order and wants things done a certain way, but getting hands on may not come naturally to him. If you want real help, you'll need to have an honest talk and divide tasks so both are involved.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
When disagreements happen, he is likely to feel hurt or emotional quickly and may start defending himself rather than calmly trying to see your side. He isn't mean spirited, but when he feels criticized, his main goal is to explain himself or show he's not at fault. If you want a peaceful solution, speak softly and let him know you're on the same team.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he gets angry, his emotions can take over and he may say things that are sharper or more hurtful than he means. He doesn't usually want to be disrespectful, but in the heat of the moment, he can lose control and raise his voice or use strong words. After things calm down, he might regret what he said or did.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry quickly and his mood can change over small things. This is something you shouldn't take lightly. Over time, this can wear down your own happiness and peace at home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry or admit he was wrong. When something goes wrong, his first reaction is often to defend himself or blame the situation and sometimes even blame you, rather than own up to his part. He doesn't like feeling criticized and struggles to openly accept fault.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to respect your boundaries, especially when you clearly say what you need. He values manners and doesn't want to break rules. So if you say no, he will usually listen and avoid pushing further. While he isn't the most warm or understanding, he does want to do what's proper and fair.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He can feel easily hurt or rejected, even by small things, and may not always understand that it's not about him. He probably won't say anything rude or force you, but you'll notice a change in his mood.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to keep private moments safe and not use them to hurt or embarrass you later. He values manners and wants to do what is proper. So, sharing or joking about private things in public is not his style. You can feel secure that what happens in private stays private with him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and loyal in a relationship. He doesn't seek out excitement or chase after new adventures, and he prefers routine and stability in his life. You are unlikely to worry about him wandering or flirting outside the relationship.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not usually over possessive or controlling. But he can get moody or sensitive if he feels left out or unsure about his place in your life. Instead of showing open jealousy or being suspicious all the time, he may become quieter or withdrawn, especially if he thinks he's not getting enough attention or feels insecure. He doesn't have a strong urge to control you, but his emotions can sometimes make him act distant or extra cautious.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side is not really about controlling you. He doesn't have a strong urge to take charge of your life or boss you around. If you ever feel uncomfortable, talk openly with him. He usually wants to cooperate and follow clear, fair rules rather than control you.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect parenting to be organized and well managed, but without clear discussion, he might quietly slip into leaving most of the daily work to you. He values routine and doing things the right way, but doesn't always take initiative unless asked or given a set plan. Communication is key to making sure work is shared fairly.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly. Small mistakes or disorder can really bother him, and he may react by raising his voice or snapping at the children instead of talking things through calmly. Afterward, he might regret how he acted, but in the moment, his patience is short.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your role as a mother and expect things at home to run smoothly, but he may have trouble fully seeing and supporting your personal dreams or needs outside the family. While he isn't openly controlling, he can slip into focusing mostly on the housekeeping and parenting side of things, sometimes overlooking your career or self care. He may not cheer you on loudly for your own achievements, but he won't block you either.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, with him, there is a chance you might feel unsure about his support for your career over time. In the beginning, he may be polite and say he supports you. But once you have a child, he could quietly expect you to focus mostly on home and parenting. This doesn't come from a desire to control, but more from his need for order and tradition.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will be polite and well mannered with your parents, but true warmth or deep affection may not come easily to him. He respects rules and wants to do the right thing, so he will greet them properly, help with basic needs, and avoid causing problems. Your parents may see him as courteous and dependable, but not especially warm or emotionally close unless you gently help him open up over time. He will try to adjust to your family by being polite and following social rules, but he isn't likely to go out of his way to make deep connections or big personal changes.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to get upset quickly and may not handle things calmly. Instead of smoothing things over, he can become moody, raise his voice, or act sharp if he feels things are out of order or too much to handle. You may find yourself trying to calm both sides, as he isn't great at handling family drama with ease.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the type who might be more modern and understanding with you in private, but will quietly expect you to behave like a traditional supportive wife when relatives are around. Out of respect for family customs and to keep everything running smoothly, he may want you to follow certain rituals, dress modestly, or act in a certain way during family gatherings. If blending tradition with your own style matters to you, have an open talk early so you both know what's comfortable and fair.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it rather than take a strong stand for you or side openly with his family. He wants to keep peace and avoid open fights, so he may act quiet or hope things settle down on their own. If you want his clear support, you may need to ask for it directly and explain how much it matters to you.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not what you'd call a true mummy's boy, but he does aim to keep things smooth and orderly, especially with family. In a conflict with his mother, he finds it difficult to take sides. Most often, he tries to avoid the topic or keep everyone calm, which might leave you feeling unsupported.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to openly share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and proper ways of doing things, so he prefers to keep personal matters between the two of you. If you do have problems, you will usually work them out together without outside interference.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being with this man day in and day out often feels steady but a bit serious and routine focused. Life with him will be organized, and you can trust that he'll keep things in order, pay bills on time, and avoid risky behavior.